So I've been bumping into way too many broke artists, and so I decided to just make a quick video, just to like maybe explain how I do. Like, I'm not even a big artist. Like, I've got like 4 songs up on my DistroKid, but I actually make like $20-30 per day. Artists who are struggling to make money, especially if you're like a new artist, or if you're an artist who's like in a bad record deal with some company and you want to figure out how you can make money. So what I did is I uploaded just these 4 tracks. I don't really put my music up because I'm not as good as you guys, but I do make songs like in my in my spare time. I'm sure you can tell by the hair I'm primarily an artist, really. So I want to monetize my art as much as I can. So I put my music up on DistroKid. They're like an online distribution company. They put your music into playlists on Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, everywhere, YouTube. They distribute, and the best part of all is they collect revenue for you, because every time your song is played, the person who's listening to it, especially on Spotify, they pay like in cents or whatever, and that money is actually redirected to you. So every time people play your music, you get your cut from it. So DistroKid, they collect your royalties, and these get paid directly into your PayPal. So you obviously need to have a PayPal account, so make sure you set that up. It's very important. It's difficult to do if you're in Zimbabwe or in African countries, but there's a workaround for this. Well, what I did is I used a VPN, and then I set my PayPal location to Dubai, so they think I'm in Dubai and my money goes into my PayPal, but I can still access it. So as you can see, I last did a withdrawal in December, I think, just before New Year's. So I'm gonna check right now and see how much money is actually in my account. And as you can see, that's like 300. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this is good money. So if you're like broke, you can't even pay the rent or whatever, if you do something as simple as this, you can actually start making some money for yourself. And one other thing, which I found, right, that a lot of artists, especially local artists, I think they're making a mistake in this one small thing, which is they don't really think of their music as a business. You know what I'm trying to say? So for me, I'm not primarily an artist. I primarily operate in the corporate world. I create adverts and marketing campaigns for companies. Some of them are small startups, and others are like actual like big big corporates that you all interact with and love. So I create value for them by helping them sell their products and to reach their customers and to communicate to their customers, right? So if you're an artist, right, you've got to look at this thing as, okay, so the person who's listening to my music, what kind of a person are they, what do they need, and how can they find value in my music? Because at the end of the day, you need to be able to convert the value that you bring in just making nice songs and actually like bringing value to like actually selling products. That's why artists like Rick Ross, and Rick Ross, he sells Rap Snacks, he sells Bel Air, the liquor, and it's globally successful. He sells cars. Rick Ross has actually one of the biggest motor shows in the world, if you didn't know, and he sells lots of high value cars and stuff like that. He gets value from that. Even Cassper Nyovest in South Africa, a lot of people looked down on him for being weird and everything, but the reason why he was able to post a picture on his Bentley like that was because he's able to actually sell products. So this guy, he sells shoes, he sells this new liquor. I think it's pretty cool as well. He's got aggressive marketing campaigns. So what artists are generally able to do, which is something that I'm not able to do, like maybe on an artistic level, but on a branding perspective, yes. But what artists are able to do is they're able to bring a lot of people together to listen to one thing, to like listen to your message, to hear you speaking. And this is like a very important thing, because what it means is you've got an audience, right? If you have an audience, you've got people who listen to you, people who trust you, or people at least who are interested in what you have to say. So you can capitalize on this by converting these your listeners or your fan base into actual paying customers, right? Cassper Nyovest, he sells shoes and he sells liquor, and they do this primarily because they have a fan base. And when you look at the most successful artists in the world, they really, really understood this. I really like the song Run This Town. I was actually listening to it in the car. That's why I decided to make this video. Run This Town is a song by Jay-Z, Kanye, and Rihanna, and all 3 of them are now billionaires. I don't know about Kanye, but that's a story for another day. But these guys have like really made great strides in their respective industries because they understand the art of selling to people. Jay-Z understands that you've got to sell music, you've got to sell records. He used to push, but he doesn't condone that, but he just converted the same hustle of just reaching the people and selling them what they want. He flipped that same hustle and started selling records, and that's done phenomenally well for him. Rihanna as well, she sells underwear because if you see Rihanna's videos, they're very saucy. She's always wearing this very attractive stuff, and she thought, what, I'm actually good at this stuff. I'm sure like a lot of ladies who want to look like me, feel like me, they'll buy my products. And she sells lingerie, and Fenty is now a big brand, and in Zimbabwe they even have a footprint. It's kind of crazy, huh? And Kanye West, let's not get into Yeezy, let's not get into Gap and all those deals that he gets into with Adidas and all these corporates, because these guys are actually pushing and making money. So if you're an artist, right, understand your audience, like if I made like sad, emotional songs or whatever about loss and dealing with grief or whatever, I could definitely get some kind of a deal with Nyaradzo because people who are grieving are obviously going to be listening to my music. And because they're grieving and listening to my music, they're very much likely going to sell the products, which I sell to them, which I get from doing what's called a brand partnership or a brand endorsement. And this is absolutely critical. So if you want to make money, and you're an artist and you're struggling because some of these things you don't quite understand how they work, reach out to me anytime. Like I actually do this for real companies, and but I am so passionate about this music thing. I make songs for no reason, right? And I don't even release my music like to the public or market it extensively. I just share with my family and my friends, a very small network, because I just genuinely enjoy making my songs. So like, you know I'm passionate about this stuff, and I'm very happy to like help you figure out the money side of your things, like plug you in with corporates, companies that actually pay you money to do like, to reach to their customers. This is like very important to me, and I feel like I've worked over the past 10 years, on my business in such a way that it has actually enabled me to have straight up conversations with some of these guys, like we can totally make some of these things happen for you. So if you're an artist, right, I just want to encourage you to just, keep going. Like the stuff that you do, I understand it's not easy at all. Like the main reason why I don't release my music is because I understand the amount of dedication, energy, and financial resources that it takes to just put out one music video. You know what I'm trying to say? Like this is makeup, wardrobe, lighting, camera equipment, dance choreography, all this stuff. It's very expensive to do, and not to mention the production costs of the actual song itself, the editing, all the other things that then go into the marketing and distribute. Like there's a lot of work that goes into this. It's actually a full-time job, and I appreciate the difficulty that our artists actually go through when they produce the stuff. So if you're an artist, like I just want to honor you and just respect you right now and say, look, what you're doing is phenomenal. You've got to keep talking to the people. You've got to keep reaching our hearts, because you just make a song and it makes me feel good the whole day. It motivates me the whole day. I'll never forget, I love Sonia Kruger. It's called Amutich Kise. It's a song by Kruger. I'll try and put the link in there. That song, man, it just gets me through the day. So shout out my brother Kruger. I just want to thank you for like, making great music, and to all the artists who are out there making great music. Nasty C, thank you so much for the push. Thank you, Burna Boy, man. You're showing us how it's done. Like I'm so grateful for a lot of young emerging African artists, who are just pushing hard and getting the work done. And Kiki Badass, Banana Anita Jackson, don't give up, guys. I know there's like all this drama going on around y'all, and it can get you like distracted off of your core reason for existing. But I just want to remind you, just keep creating, and keep doing what you're doing, and don't forget to be excellent, because whatever you hand find it to do it with all your heart and with all your might. So I just want to encourage you guys to just push as hard as you can. Let's make some bag out of this stuff. Like I've got some plugs that I can share with you, so reach out to me anytime. And for companies as well, like guys, I do crazy cool marketing campaigns, if I do say so myself. But like I'm very interested in helping brands grow and to actually sell their products. So I'm involved in a whole new startup. I was at Capture for the last 10 years. Let me not swear, but we're a mean new machine, and we're ready to just kick some ass and to help you sell your products. Because the stuff that you guys actually make, when you start a company, maybe a business or business cleaner, like a cleaning business or whatever it is that you do, right? I believe that you're actually helping people, because people really need to get access to the things that they want. And sales for your business is just the fact that you don't really know how to actually talk to people. I found that business people, they're kind of awkward and weird. I think I'm different because I'm an artist and a corporate at the same time. But I found that for most people, right, like raw business, if you really are good at business, it's going to be very difficult for you to translate that into conversation. Like nerdy people like are usually like the really smart people, the people who come up with these ideas, but then they're so awkward. Like business people are very strange. They've got very weird practices. I remember I used to work at Jericho Advertising, one of the most successful creative directors and probably advertising entrepreneurs of our generation, Denford Magora. He had like his quirks to him, like walking around the studio with his shoes off and just stomping his feet and swearing at everybody in the studio. It was crazy, but it was quirky. It made him, but he's antisocial, doesn't really like to mix with people. And his communication skills are weird. Like a lot of people don't like Denford because of the way that he talks. But I working with him for about 2 years, I got to understand him, and I think he's pretty cool. He's got his way of seeing things, but I think he's a really cool guy, and I think he's kind of a genius. So smart people tend to be like this. So we understand that when you're doing your business, right, it takes a lot of mental energy and everything for you to get this thing going. Like people who are doing farming, who are doing sales, whatever it is that you do. If you've got a hustle, even if you're just selling things on the street or from the boot of your car, whatever, you're actually providing a service to people. And I understand it's very difficult to concentrate on all that and then also take the time to talk to people. You're doing the marketing, right? Which is just your ability to reach your customers, let them know that you've got the products that they are actually looking for, and you can help them improve their lives with the thing. So it takes a lot of hard work, and I want to appreciate you guys. And what I'm trying to say is, because of the way that I'm so invested as well in the creative space, right? I can totally assist you to find the best ways to communicate to your customers, whether it's through adverts or social media management or websites or even like jingles, billboards, all that sort of stuff. I do this stuff, and I'm so dedicated to this, and I really love helping brands to sell their products, to their customers. So if you want to market and if you want to get customers, reach out to me, and let's talk about your business. We'll give you cutting edge solutions. We're so in love with technology. I'm telling you, like I push. People who know me know how I am when it comes to technology. I'm like so deep in there. And I like to have fun. I like to create things. So, we're very much able to plug you into the right kind of, space to really reach your customers. Like we can totally plug you in if you've got a product, maybe my ghetto youth or whatever. We can totally plug you in because we know how to get into those spaces. We know how to talk to those people. If you want to sell to a high value corporate market, like the 1%, whatever, we also know how to talk to these people. We know how to communicate your message correctly to them so that they actually take up your products. So just reach out to me, and let's talk about these things. If you're an artist, talk to me. I want to help you. If you've got a business, just talk to me. I want to help you. I'm a creative consultant. I've been doing this for a while. I've grown a bunch of brands. I'm not trying to flex, but I'm just trying to just give you a bit of credibility to the things that I do. You can just research me. But I like to have fun, and this is like something that I genuinely love to do. So I'm not gonna charge you crazy, whatever. Just reach out to me. Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about your music. Let's see where you're trying to go. I do also personally support even entrepreneurs or trying to start up their businesses, and they don't know how to brand correctly or whatever. I do this out of just out of the love that I have for it. And I actually worked for a couple of years with a company that was then a startup. It's called Orange Solar. From doing their logo, branding their first car and everything. It was an amazing journey. And these guys have actually grown into something that I'm proud of. Just last year they opened a branch in Sandton in Johannesburg. They're expanding. I'm proud of you, Tai. Just keep doing what you're doing. And I love working with startups, and just watching them grow and helping them do their branding just so that they can really cut into the market. And it takes time, it takes effort, but I'm here for the long haul. I like to work hard. So even if you're a startup and you're trying to figure out your business, just reach out to me. Set up a meeting with me, come through, we can have a coffee, and we can look into your business and see how we can drive sales for you. If you're an artist, the same offer is open to just come through with your songs or your ideas, whatever. Let's sit down, let's break bread, let's look at what you're trying to do. If you're really committed to it, there are obviously ways that we can find to support you as well. We've got lots of equipment, we've got lots of plugs and all that. So we can help you, even to do your visuals, your video production, your recording, all that. We're really plugged in. So just reach out to me, and I'm very happy to to give you everything that I've got, and to help you, become the best version of yourself. So I know this was a long video. I initially just wanted to make this like a 1-minute reel, but I had to say what I had to say. So thank you for taking the time to watch this to the end. If you did consider just following me, I'm trying this year to just start putting out a lot more content, just to inspire the people around me as much as possible, to collaborate as well. I want to work with as many people as possible this year. I just want to sort of open up, and just make myself available to the world, because I've withdrawn myself for too long for some personal reasons, but I just really want to just jump back in and just do some amazing things, guys. I believe in just being excellent. I believe in growing great. I believe in supporting everyone around you, have a great family, have great relationships with your friends, and just make all the money that you want to make and live the life of your dreams. I think it's possible. I think we can do it, but I think it's a collaborative effort, and I think we need to just work together. We need to come through for each other. And I'm putting myself out on the table. Like, guys, this is what I do. This is who I am. You know, like, let's do this. And if you're down, if you've got an idea, if you've got something that you want to work on, that you're passionate about, whatever it is, reach out to me and let's make some crazy magic, man. 2023 is ours for the taking. So follow me. I'm on Instagram, Fine African Creator. I'm opening a new Facebook page. Tadiwa is taking too long with this. Tadiwa, sort out my page, man. I'm on Twitter as well, Fine African Creator. You know, I'm going to start being a lot more active on these platforms. So reach out to me and let's discuss. You can send me an email as well. I'll put my email link down below. So let's get going, guys. Let's make some magic this year. And you know, I'm always here for the creators. You know, I believe in ideas. I believe that Africa can be built by our great ideas. So if you want to create something, you want to make something, I'm all for that. You know, come through and let me support you, and let's do this. This is Rodney, Fine African Creator. Have a fantastic 2023.